Yo, what's up, people? We back, man. We back for another episode of Point Taking Podcast. I'm your boy, Thousand.
This your girl, Mandy.
And your boy, Lamar Woodley.
Yes, people. So we back, man, for another week. We got a lot of interesting topics to talk about today. First, we're going to be talking about the Kehlani party next door, Kyrie Irving, suicidal love triangle. We're going to get into that, man. We got a lot of points on that. Next, we're going to talk about Nick Young, Iggy Azalea, and Lakers rookie D'Angelo Russell. And we're going to switch over, talk about Hussein Abdallah, who just retired from the NFL with concussion symptoms. You know, that's a big epidemic right now, so we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to get into Kentucky Wildcats, man. Their entire team is declaring for the NBA draft. How crazy is that?
So what's going on? Before we get into that, Lamar, anything exciting happened for you this week that you want to tell the listeners? What's going on with you?
Right. Hey, right now, I'm chilling in the Sprinter down here in Chicago for the McDonald's basketball All-American game.
Ooh.
Coming down here to check out some of this great talent.
Is there anybody that you have your eyes on?
No, there's nobody that I got my eyes on. We just got a few kids down here, from the state of Michigan. We got Josh Jackson from Detroit. You have Miles Bridges from Flint, Michigan. Right now, Miles Bridges is going to Michigan State University. Josh Jackson, he really hasn't declared yet. But being that I was just so close, being in Michigan, I decided to come over and check out some of the talent because, I do things with basketball. I have an AAU program called Greenwood Elite. So I'm down here just to check out the talent, and I haven't been to Chicago in a while, so I get a chance to check out the Windy City.
All right.
Great. Let me know how Jason Tatum does. He's actually going to Duke, so he's going to be my new Blue Devil, hopefully to save us and to get us to the Final Four since we're not making it this year. What about you, Thousand? Anything interesting going on over there?
Yeah, this week I did this was the first fashion show that I was a part of. I was backstage behind the scenes. So, behind the scenes, I ain't know this. Behind the scenes at the fashion show, it's crazy. It's naked women everywhere. And I'm just enjoying it all. I'm helping. Hey, I'm steaming clothes. It was lovely. I loved it.
Yeah, I know what you was back there doing, just looking. You wasn't modeling. You was back there looking.
Hey, I loved it. I enjoyed it, man. I got to see another side of stuff I never saw.
I guess you ain't have to peek at nobody's window this time because he was actually backstage. So you ain't gonna go to jail for that one, man.
It was all good though. What about you, man? What happened?
I am living the New York life right now. I don't know if any Sex in the City fans are listening, but Carrie Bradshaw always said, if you live in New York, you're always doing one of three things, either looking for an apartment, a job, or a boyfriend. So that's
look like right now you have no boyfriend and you're in an apartment.
No boyfriend. Acclimating myself back to New York after coming back from Asia for 5 months. So just getting back. The weather has been beautiful out here, and just enjoying my time back in the States.
Did the Asian man hit on you while you were over there?
Asian men don't want all this body. No Asian lovers while I was over in Asia. Nah. But being back in the States, I have been able to be consumed with the blogs again. As everyone knows, I'm a former blogger myself. Full Court Pump is in the wraps. However, now we're back on and people are hearing my opinion on things. And how about we kick it off with this Kehlani party next door and Kyrie Irving drama? Are you guys up to date on that?
Yeah. I'm familiar with it a little bit.
Does anyone want to provide the background? Here, I'll go ahead and let the listeners know what happened.
All right.
Basically, guys, Kehlani, I don't know. Do you guys know who this girl is before this week? Let's ask that first. You guys ever heard of Kehlani?
Never.
Okay. Anyway,
never heard her music. Never heard anything.
She's a singer. She's an artist, and she's been dating Cleveland guard Kyrie Irving. Apparently, before that, she was dating Party Next Door. They broke up. Messy breakup. Apparently, he cheated on her. Well, this week, Party Next Door decides to post a photo onto his Instagram saying that he finally got her back in bed. And the uproar started. The uproar started because just on Valentine's Day, she was posing with Kyrie Irving. So this led to her deactivating her account and waking up apparently in a hospital bed after attempting suicide because of the cyberbullying that she received throughout the day because of this. So I'm interested to know what you guys think on this situation, and if you guys think, who was kind of wrong in this sense. Was P&D wrong for posting that? Was it wrong that maybe they didn't announce to the world that Kyrie and Kehlani were broken up? What are you guys' insight on relationships and social media?
Well, I'll let him go first. Go ahead.
I mean, just my whole take just on social media. I mean, like I said last week, stop putting your business out there on social media. You know, your relationship, your personal life, just leave it off there. If you're a professional athlete, just leave it off there. Stick to what you know. You know, I don't really like to get in people's personal lives and who dating who engaged. You know, it kills me because it seems like everybody's got to make that so important on social media. Oh, they're back together. She's not wearing her ring. She's wearing her ring. Who cares about that? I don't care about that. Stop posting people's relationship on there. I mean, that's just my thought. I don't even want to get into the story. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, like, that's crazy because, like, nobody heard nothing from Kyrie Irving. He's, like, in the middle of about to go into this playoff championship run. He didn't even comment on nothing, so he really doesn't care. So it shouldn't even be a topic. I feel like Party Next Door and a girl, Keely, whatever her name is.
Kalani.
Yeah. Crystal, whatever her name is, yeah. She like made a big deal out of it. Even some celebrities thought that the suicide attempt was botched. She did it for attention or whatever reason. But you know, you gotta like to hear the whole story before you like to pass judgment. But in this social media world, we cast judgment as soon as we see it. So I don't know. It's just a weird situation that I don't even think.
In the hospital bed, she was changing the captions to her photos in the hospital bed.
Right. She could have been
dehydrated.
dehydrated.
Make a response. I do want to say she made a response. She said that she did not cheat on Kyrie Irving, and that they had broken up, and she went back to her first love. This happens all of the time. It doesn't matter how wrong a guy does us. If we're in love, we're gonna go back. Just so happens.
I feel that because I would say that I feel like I could get any of my exes back if I wanted them. You feel me? So I feel Party Next Door on that.
How can you get something back you never had? What ex? You can't. What ex?
I wanted them back. I just to make a call. You know what I mean? And it'll be back. So I feel Party Next Door in that aspect, but he ain't have to put it all out there in the media like that. That's how I feel.
All I know is Kyrie now is victim A1 100, and he is getting all of the hoes now. He's definitely looking like the victim in this case. Someone else who is kind of looking like a victim in a sense is Nick Young. And I guess this is something I really want to talk about. So basically the backstory on this is D'Angelo Russell, which is a rookie on the Lakers, recorded a personal relationship, a personal conversation, between him and teammate Nick Young about Nick Young's infidelities to rapper Iggy Azalea. In the video, he's stating having a relation with a 19-year-old girl, and he states his age being 30, which is how we know he cheated. He's currently 30. He's been with Iggy. They're now engaged. Apparently, the tape, we're still trying to find the leak. He did not leak it. However, he did record it. So, Lamar, being a professional athlete, what code was broken by D'Angelo Russell? And how does this...
Broke a lot of codes.
Let us know how you feel as an athlete if this were to happen to you, and if you know of any time this has happened in the locker room with you. Something happened off the field that brought into the locker room.
I mean, one, you get a rookie like whatever the guy's name, he comes into town. D'Angelo Russell, he comes into town. I'm just saying, I'm just talking about an incident that I know happened. A new rookie, he comes in town. He's new in town. He see this beautiful young lady, but he don't know that young lady had dated somebody on his team. He gets to know her, and he don't tell anybody on the team that he's dating her. So you having a relationship with her that nobody knows about. So now things is getting serious. So now the young lady is coming around, and guys is like, man, oh, that's such and such, and he's looking like, man, how y'all know my girl? But now he's in too deep. So now he gets all the backstories on who his lady is, but now he can't get out of the situation.
Did
But
this mess up the team chemistry in any way?
no, it didn't mess up the team chemistry. It might have messed up him because the other people were okay. So in that city, somebody might have messed with that young lady, but when he take her back home, she the finest thing smoking. So he ain't tripping about that. You know, he only got problems when he goes to the locker room. He ain't got no problems when he go home. And back to the tape, you know, I've seen the tape, and I don't see a face on the tape. You know,
Jesus.
I don't know Nick Young's voice. I didn't see his face, so I don't know if that was him. I'm just being honest. I don't know if that's him. You know,
Sounds like you're sticking up for a cheater, is what it sounds like.
I'm not sticking up for anybody. All I'm saying is I need more evidence. I need to see his face. You know, I need to hear his voice. I don't know his voice, so I don't know if that's him. You know,
I said this last week. Nick Young is a friend of mine. It's definitely his voice. And clearly, Iggy Azalea knows the voice of her fiance.
And with the technology that they have out now,
here we go.
You can do anything with a voice. I seen a helmet the other day that when you speak through it, your voice turn into Batman's voice. So it could be anything. You know, it's technology. So I just need more evidence to prove and show that that's him. Other than that, hey, I don't know who it is.
Hey.
Well, D'Angelo Russell was photoed today at practice by himself. Their record is already terrible. They're not going to the playoffs this season. What are your thoughts on him pretty much messing up the chemistry for the rest of the season? And do you feel like it's going to affect him if he goes to any other teams? How do you think this will affect him?
I don't think the organization will really let him go. They got a lot invested in him, but in the chemistry already shot. Like, you know, they just taking the light off Kobe little victory lap. But I mean, they already tanked. He might help him get a better draft pick with this, but I don't know. As far as the guy code, he totally broke it. How could you record another man? It's like if it'll be even worse if he wanted Iggy. I feel like is that what you was alluding to? Because you leaked the tape. Like, who else leaked it? It's in iPhones. The government can't get in them. So who leaked it? You had to leak it. And it's just, what was he doing?
Okay, this is my idea of how it got leaked. I'm guessing he was having a conversation. He recorded it and maybe sent it to a girl that maybe he was talking to, wanted to laugh about the situation, like, yeah, man, look at my
funny.
Right. What was funny about that?
Girl leaked it. I don't know. Maybe the girl wanted Nick Young. Maybe the girl wanted some type of publicity. We know Fameless.com is the one who got the original copy of the tape. And right now they're shopping the story as to who really leaked the tape, because it's saying that D'Angelo Russell did not leak the tape himself.
I don't even know if the tape is real. It could be fake.
Right.
It looks pretty damn real to me. I'll say that.
All I gotta say, I would want the fair one. If that was me, you would jeopardizing my wife, my future wife. You jeopardizing what we got. I would want the fair one. Just me.
Personally. Yeah, and you messing up his money.
That's that.
So let me ask this question, and I'll say it because I'll say it as a statement, but I would like your input on it. As a female, as someone who has dated and talked to professional athletes, it's kind of known, if you're going to deal with an athlete or any successful man with money and power, it's kind of known that he's going to have multiple women. Do you guys believe that all athletes cheat? And do you feel like that it's something that just happens? As men, do you feel like the more money you have and the more power you have, the more easy it is to cheat? Maybe, what are your thoughts on athletes and successful men having multiple women and cheating?
I feel like this kind of aimed at me because we keep just saying athletes, people, money. Well, aimed at me, so I got to step up and say something first. First of all, I've seen guys with no money get a lot of girls. So you just can't say somebody with money. See, 1,000, he do that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just say people with money get girls. I've seen people with no money get multiple girls. They got game. It ain't the money.
Okay, so basically,
they got a good mouth. They can talk.
Ladies, all men cheat and just be expected. Sorry if he gets caught and you look embarrassed, because I think that's probably the thing now, because this is not Nick Young's first time being on a blog cheating on Iggy. Iggy has clearly went as far as to even engage this man. So at the end of the day, I guess women are all going to get cheated on, okay?
You can't say that because once again, we don't know that was him. But...
1,000, what you think? What are your thoughts on it? Are you in agreement with this man over here?
He just said it.
I just said, like, like I can't say speak. You can't speak for everybody. It's always individual cases. I'm sure that happens a lot. They in 82, 42 cities all through the year. I'm sure something goes on, but my thing is, why would this
Oh
guy?
man, look at you. You sound like the dude recording the video. How you
No,
gonna say
no.
just because
Me
that
and
man
him
go
is
to
two
82
totally
cities
different people.
that something is going on? That don't mean something's going on because he go to 82 cities. He gotta work. That don't mean nothing's going
I
on.
mean,
Some of those guys,
that's not even the point we trying to make. The point is,
yeah, but no, but I'm
why
saying
are you trying to conduct an investigation and get dirt on this man? And you another dude. Like, that's some girl stuff to me. So I don't know. The whole thing is just sad. I mean, it's them new dudes. He 19, so maybe that's the games 19-year-olds play. I don't know.
Oh, now you blaming the new generation on it,
Hey,
huh?
well,
new dudes,
you
man.
do it old school, take him around back, piece him up.
They gotta get
That's
the
what you
fair
gotta
one,
do.
man.
I put the gloves on for that one. If that is him on the tape, you got to put the gloves on.
Listen, if you keep saying if that is
I
definitely
don't
Nick
know.
Young on
I
the
didn't
tape,
see his
sir.
face.
Allegedly.
I didn't see his face. I didn't see his face. I don't know.
Hey, we have to go back there and get into a little boxing match. Hopefully, I wouldn't give him no concussion. And speaking of concussions, man, we got to talk about some concussions, man. We got a dude, what's his name, Hussein Abdullah, and
Yes.
he's retiring from the NFL after 7 seasons, I think. He's had a lot of concussions, a lot of problems. So he's hanging it up, man. He's concerned about his health with the new movie Concussions out and all the CTE studies. So yeah, I mean, I don't think I could really fault him. Everybody knows their own pain level. So hey, more power to him. What you think, Wood?
So, Lamar, speaking on football players and concussions, yes, I'm coming back to you, athlete.
It feel like this just the everybody attack Lamar Woodley show. Not
attack. We're just picking your brain a little bit. Just picking your brain a little bit. Could you give us an insight, kind of, on? I mean, as an athlete, first off, have you ever dealt with the concussions? I mean, you are on defense. How does that work with you? And kind of, could you give us an insight on what the NFL does to kind of prevent that? What health insurance and what coverage do you guys have to kind of ensure your health is up to par?
I mean, one thing that we all know when you sign up to play this game, whether it's football or any other sports, it comes along with a lot of different injuries. So we understand that signing up. But just with the new studies that's been going on, they've been making more of awareness to concussions and players been taking it more seriously as they've been taking it before. So I think that you have to make a personal decision when you go out there and step on the field because it's your life and it's a young man's game. So when we done playing this game, some of us fortunate enough to play in their 30s. Some people's career ends pretty early. So you just have to make those decisions because those decisions can affect you down the line. Most of the time when some guys get concussions on the field, they feel the pressure to get back out there on the field and perform because they feel like my team needs me. I need to get in there so we can win this football game. The coach is actually okay. We need you. Can you go back in? So you're feeling the pressure from the players and the coaches to get back in there in the game. And then also the pressure also comes from the fans because it's like, after the game, if you got knocked out the game, hey, man, I hope you get back. Speedy recovery. We need you next week. So it's the pressure coming from them. It's the pressure coming from the media because now, this guy's hurt again. So it's all that pressure leading up to the reason that you have to go back in the game or the reason you feel like you have to go back in the game. But at the end of the day, it's your health. So those are the things that athletes we have to think about down the line is our health. And we have good insurance. When we play the game of football, the insurance is great. It's great for you and it's great for the family. After football, I have to get some more information on that. But overall, it's okay, I guess. And they're working on it to make it better. And that's why you see the NFL trying to do more things to make the game safe. But there's not a lot that you can do to make the game safe. Like we started wearing knee pads in the game. You don't get hurt with those little bitty knee pads or thigh pads. But the thing is, they're saying they're making the game safer for the players. But at the end of the day, injuries are going to happen on the football field. And it's a price that you're going to pay. And you always hear a lot of people say, I'm not going to let my kid play football. Well, you can say that when you come from a family that has a lot of money, but somebody that's come from a different background and they ain't got nothing, all they know is sports, they
Strapping it
can't gonna
up.
be out there playing football
They
if we're
strapping
gonna
it
try to go
up.
out there and get the millions of dollars. So it's hard to speak
Right.
when you're in a different situation.
I mean, would you have any advice to maybe any young guy that is looking, even maybe possibly watching the movie Concussions? Does a plan B need to be set? Maybe is there a certain major you would recommend them to have a fallback on if football is their sport? So some type of advice you could give the young guys that are looking to be like you when they grow up.
I think that you should always have a plan B, because at any given time that you can get hurt at any given time, and anything can happen. So I always had a plan B when I got to college. It was a plan B. I wanted to graduate, and I did graduate. And after I got to the NFL, I started taking more classes to get my master's, and I'm still taking classes right now to get my master's in sports counseling, minor in sports marketing. So
That's awesome.
I'm working on a plan B. So it doesn't matter how much money you make or how much money you didn't make. You always have to have a plan B, because when this game is done, in life, you're a young man. On a football field, they might consider you old, but you have a long life to live. And if you didn't have that plan B, then it might be a struggle, because you might not have made millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
And a lot of guys haven't made millions of dollars, so you better have a plan B. I was fortunate enough to make a nice little amount of money, but I still have a plan B, just because
Right.
I wanted a plan B and I want to continue to do stuff when I'm done playing football. So those are the things that you young athletes have to think about, is life after the game. Enjoy life while you're playing, but think about life after the game
After
when you're
the game,
done playing.
absolutely. I know quite a bit of football players either leaving college or got through their rookie contract and then became a free agent and couldn't get back into the game, who kind of were left kind of miserable, didn't know what their next step was, made some bad investments while they had money coming in. So it's definitely important. I think that was great advice for the listeners to go ahead and make sure that plan B isn't set. And that's really for any industry, whether, not just athlete, whether your goal is to become a doctor. If you're not able to get into med school, what is plan B after that? If you want to be basketball, if you want to do football, if, you want to be an Olympian runner, just to make sure there's always a plan B set. And kind of speaking of plan B, the NCAA made some new adjustments to their NBA draft rules that are allowing players to go to the to submit their names for the draft, and if they're not picked up to work out with an NBA team, they're able to go back to college. So it's just been announced that every member on the Kentucky Wildcats basketball team, including walk-ons, are entering the NBA draft. And Calipari is actually using this as a means to go ahead and recruit. He's always been down for the one and done system. However, what are y'all's insights? I think that's pretty awesome. I don't know if they're going to do it for football as well, but this is allowing those individuals who want to provide for their families to go ahead and be able to submit for the draft. If they're not selected to be professional, they're still eligible to come back to their team. What are you guys' thoughts on these new rules?
I think it's a great opportunity. It's a good look for the athletes, to kind of test the water, see if they game quite there, get a little feedback on their game. Then it's a short window. They got 10 days to come back. So I feel like some players will still be left by the wayside by trying to go get the big money, but having that 10-day option is always good. They can come back, still get your education, and test the waters out for 3 years if you want to. So I think it's a better system.
Absolutely. What about you? What are your takes on it, Lamar? And do you feel like this is something that possibly the NFL draft will think of? I believe for college players with football, they have to be in college for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. What are your thoughts on allowing these guys to go ahead and just submit and still be eligible for college play?
My thing is, some guys don't even waste your time in submitting. If you know that you've been on the bench all year, stop wasting your time. Damn it, you ain't getting drafted. So don't even waste your time submitting your name. You wasting your time, you wasting the school time and the NBA time. So some things just ain't worth no time. So don't even submit your name. So let's just say that first. And then, like you said, I think ultimately it is great that a guy have an opportunity to submit his name to see where his future is going to be, and have a chance to see what teams are at least saying about him. So that way he don't mess up his future by thinking that he's a first round pick, and really he's a third round pick, and there's not even a third round in the NBA. So, so at least they get a chance to see that, because a lot of people do make decisions on going to the NBA for financial reasons, and because at the time when you're hot, you have to take advantage of it. So if they're talking big about just saying that you have a chance to be a first round pick, then a lot of guys will take that chance. Some guys will take that chance at their second round pick. Okay. They're just trying to get out of school, and they're trying to get right to the money. But like you said, like we just talked about, you still have to have a plan B, because a lot of guys get drafted and they still get cut. And next thing you know, they're overseas playing. They're bouncing around from team to team, but still trying to live that NBA lifestyle, find themselves back out, and then now they have to go out and get a job because they didn't have a plan B.
Right. And for those of you who are not even familiar with how that works, the D League, which is kind of what some guys are, they go into still having hoop dreams, but their eligibility for college didn't last. Those guys are making maybe $1,000 to $1,500 a month.
Yeah, y'all can work with me. Y'all can work with me.
So you're making a lot more, even if you're getting a minimum paying job working at Foot Locker than that. But the hoop dreams are there, and I think this is amazing that it's allowing them to still be eligible to go back to college if they're not drafted, and for guys to work on their game a little better, because there's definitely some guys, although got drafted, they could have done somewhat better with another year in college. But I get it. They're trying to provide for their families. I get it. I understand them wanting to go pro.
I feel like it's also a good look for the players that are projected to go high. Like the guy from LSU, they was projecting him to be the next LeBron and get a $100 million shoe contract. But without him making the NCAA tournament, his stock now has dropped. So he's not high anymore.
He will be the first overall pick.
He's the first overall pick. You said, well, listen, Kentucky didn't even make it to the Elite Eight, and apparently they have 3 first-rounders coming out this year. So, I mean, you have your players that, unfortunately, past couple of years, we've had some pretty low draft classes as far as the NBA draft is concerned. So regardless of them not making it far in the tournament, there's not many other players. We're probably just going to start seeing a lot more guys being drafted from overseas, like we've been seeing the past couple of years. What I want to go to, every week we have someone who takes the L for the week. So who got the L this week? Who are y'all calling taking the L for this week?
Needless to say, if you get the L of the week, it's always obvious. So it would have to go to the young boy, D'Angelo Russell, for recording his man's conversation of him admitting to cheating on his girl. That's crazy.
I agree.
You gotta get the L for that.
Not only that, I mean, he not only took the L on point taken, he's taken the L in the locker room, on the court, and probably off the court. Is his teammates kind of want nothing to do with him, and I'm sure a couple of his homeboys are side-eyeing him for breaking that bro code.
I had to unfollow him on Instagram after seeing them headlines. I kind of like this game, man. I had to unfollow him for that, man.
Hey, and lady, and listen to this. The reason he get the L of the week, pay attention to this. If he will record a guy, ladies, what you think he gonna do to you when you get in the bedroom? He gonna record you too, because he don't care. So y'all better watch out for him. If you want a sex tape or whatever dealing with this dude, he gonna record you.
He gonna record you and it's gonna get leaked.
He have no boundaries. He have no care.
He's from the Snapchat era. I guess that's not a bounds.
You will be on Snapchat. You will be on video, YouTube, Facebook.
He will probably show his homeboys. You don't want to be a part of it.
And guess what he gonna say? I don't know how that video got leaked. It wasn't me.
We all know. We all know, man.
All right, so my final thought on this show. Again, I'm just gonna say, listen, ladies, all men cheat. Follow your heart. It is what it is.
Clean that up. I gotta come back. I gotta clean that up. Listen, ladies. Don't listen to another girl, because they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, because she's trying to take your man.
Exactly. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Yeah, she's trying to take your man.
If you love that man, you stick with that man. Y'all make it happen.
Stick with your heart, okay? Listen, all I know is Kehlani left a guy with a $90 million contract to go back to, I don't even know what Party Next Door sings. Anyone knows that? Okay, me neither. Anyways, all I know is, ladies, follow your heart. It is what it is. Stay true to yourself. And don't let these guys make you look dumb. That's all. That's all. Pretty much. That's all I'm saying. That's my final thought for this week on Point Taken. What about you, Thousand? What's your final thought?
Man, my final thought is the guy code, we got to stick to it, man. We got to pull these young boys up, man. I don't know what he was thinking with him taking that L, man. That's the thing that's just stuck in my head. Why? Why did he record another man getting evidence on his girl like you wanted her? I feel like he wanted her, so.
All right, guys. So Thousand saying y'all got to stick to the bro code out here. Bros before hoes. I guess that's the bottom line of it. What about you, L. Woody?
Hey, my final thought is watch out for technology. It's strong these days.
Once again.
Watch out
that's
because
the point every week.
People will record anything. You might go to somebody's bathroom and their bathroom is full of cameras. So you ain't safe now because they got all that technology and you got some freaks out here that's trying to get every little sneak peek they can. So watch out for the technology, people. It's cameras.
Ironically, that was your point last week. So
It's every week.
Lamar is really into this technology.
It's
Don't bring the cameras around Lamar. He probably don't even want a picture, okay? He's serious about this technology.
You got some freaks out here. They'll set up a camera that's underneath the toilet, so when you sit down, they want to look at that. Like, ooh, look at that.
I would hope not.
Hey.
Hope not.
You in a public bathroom?
Look
Somebody
at
got
the
a
chick
camera
from off
in there.
ESPN. That dude put cameras all in her hotel room. So hey, you ain't safe nowhere.
You want to see that bucket naked?
She got paid for that,
all right,
though.
guys, this has been another episode of Point Taken. Every Thursday, come back and see us. We'll be live in effect next Thursday, and every Thursday, you can hear us on SoundCloud. You can hear us on podcasts on iPhones. You can also check us out on YouTube, and you can check us out on iTunes. Check us out. This is your girl, Mandy. You can follow me at _Mandy Nicole on Instagram, Full Court Pumps on Twitter.
Hey, you can catch me on Instagram, Twitter, young_10001000. And you can catch me, man, everywhere. I'm on all social media. You can catch me.
Yeah, and your boy Lamar, 5'6" Woodley. Y'all catch me. Oh, my bad, I got the little music playing because I'm about to get out the car. It's like a little outro, as you say. But you can check me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Lamar Woodley. You know, great show today. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to go check out this All-American game now.
Hey,
all right, guys,
do your
sign
thing.
out.
Get some studs for the team, man. No
Bye,
doubt,
guys.
man. Till next week,
Hey.
people. We'll holla at y'all. We out.